to Tash TV. Happy Friday. Hope you are geared up for an absolutely amazing weekend. I'm wishing you all the very best. Hope it's good weather for you. Today we have a question from Kiralee about the half halt, and I thought, awesome question, because I'm guessing a lot of people might have some questions or need some clarity around the half halt, what the hell that is. I know when I was learning to ride, I'm like, was pretty much my response to a half halt. But maybe that was just me. It's really funny, I'm teaching my husband how to ride at the moment, and God, he's really talented at it. He picks up the right diagonal, he knows when the horse is on the wrong leg, he uses his seat. I'm just like, oh, go away. So there's people like that. There's the people that just get it and they're awesome and yay. And then there's people, I don't know what category you fall into, but there was a category like me that I'm not naturally talented at this riding thing. I know, shock horror, but I'm actually not. Anytime a coach would say, do you feel that? I'd be like, no. I don't feel anything. Anytime, you know, when I was learning my diagonals, you can guarantee I would always be on the wrong one. So I pretty much had to second guess. I had to do a George Costanza, if anyone's familiar with Seinfeld, where George comes running in going, I figured it out. My life has been a complete mess, so I will just go against every natural instinct I have. So he does that and creates this amazing life. And that's kind of how I had to go with riding. I kind of went, oh, okay, can't really trust my instincts because they tend to be wrong, so I'll go against them, and then that tended to be the right answer. Thankfully now, after 15, 16 years of riding all the time and riding a million horses and just, you know, guaranteed, just telling myself I'm going to get this, I very much only ride on instinct now. I trust my instincts. I can still sometimes be wrong, but generally I'm you know, getting there. So wherever you are in your riding journey, just chill out, because, yeah, trust me, all my instincts used to be wrong. So if that's you, just keep trying, keep going, and you'll get there. But anyway, that was a tangent. Half halt. Okay, so the question was, what is a half halt? And good question. So it's half of a halt. No. A half halt, to me, there is a million definitions. Go Google it. You'll find heaps of answers. But in my world, in Tash world, when I'm riding, the half halt to me is it's kind of like an energy stabilizer. So when you're riding the horse, you've got your legs, yeah? And your legs, if they kick, create energy. That's their job, to create forward, to make the horse move forward or go. You know, we're creating energy. Now, if we create energy and we don't contain it with our hands, we don't catch it, that energy just runs out the door, it runs out the front of the horse, and our horse is running on the forehand. That's how I interpret it. If I use all this leg and no hand, I'll either be galloping, which I don't do, or I'll just be going at a really fast trot or a really fast canter, and it will be, yeah, that the horse has no balancing act, so he's going to run on the forehand and get really heavy. So we need to balance this energy that we're creating with our legs with our hands. Now, obviously our hands, if you wanted to be really crude about it, is our brakes. So our legs are our accelerator and our hands are our brakes. So if I ride only with hand and I'm a really heavy rider and I'm like, my horse is always going backwards. Like, he might not physically be going backwards, but everything's going to be shuffling. And you see that with riders that can be a bit nervous or a bit tense. They might say, canter, but don't! And they're pulling back on the reins, and the horse is like, man, go forward, stop. So you really got to make sure that to me, the hands, the contact, and the reason I'm talking about contact is because your half halt is vital. You need contact before you can ever administer a half halt correctly. And contact for me took heaps and heaps of years. I'd be throwing it away, I'd be taking too much of it, I'd try and think I had it, but I don't really have it. So that's okay too. Just keep going along your journey around contact and go, okay, I'll figure this out. I know you might think that I'm transgressing, but it all comes together. So yeah, you got to have contact that you can create energy into, that isn't blocking, that isn't stopping the horse, but it's not too free either. If you have a loop in the reins, like I said, the horse is going to run on the forehand. So when you've got the contact with the mouth, so you can feel the horse's mouth, and you've got contact with the horse's sides with your legs, that's when you can start doing a balancing act of the energy. Because the whole point of riding dressage is to create energy. So like the horse starts off on the forehand with all the weight down on the shoulders and everything running into the ground, blah, blah, blah. And the whole point of a dressage horse is to flip that. So to have the hind legs come all the way under and sit and engage, the shoulders to come up and be really light, the contact's really light, and there's all this energy and impulsion and blah, you know, and it carries you everywhere you want to go around the dressage arena. So that's what you're trying to create. So you've got something like this, and you're trying to create this, if that makes sense. How do you do that? So you've got to first create energy. So when people talk about half halt, they talk about hand, and it's like, yeah, but that's the last bit. Like, I think I said it last week, I know I said it sometime. You've got to create energy first, right? The back of the horse into the front, not the front of the horse into the back. So your first step, or when you're thinking about a half halt, is create energy first, create legs, let's go, forward. And that's pretty much anything I'm screaming when I'm teaching. It's like, forward, we have to get forward first. There's no point going, let's work on shoulder in, or let's work on even getting them round on the bit. Well, to get them round on the bit, forward, just remember that. If you're lost, confused, don't know what to do, go forward. Okay, so then when you've got forward, you need to catch the energy. I call it catching. So you've created all this energy, rather than let it run and run out on the forehand, you're going to half halt. So this is where your half halt comes in. So you've already got a connection with the horse. Now, I half halt on my outside rein. I very much love the inside rein, outside rein thing. I know there's lots of schools out there, some ride even hands, I don't know, well, good luck. This is Tash's world, and this is how Tash does it. So, creating forward, so kick, and then I'll just do that. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a vibration of my hand, my forearm, and my shoulder that says, come on. And it might just be this light, or it might be a big one, depending on what's happened and what's going on. But it's just like, hey, listen to me. And it's just that vibration that kind of says to the horse, oh. And rather than stop, I'm not pulling, and I'm not, doing this. I'm just a vibration. Do you see how that takes and gives straight away? It's instantaneous. Take, give, take, give, take, give. That kind of sits the horse up, and then before he's going, oh, does she want to stop? I've given way before that thought's come. So do you see how quick it is? Take, give. It's like, whoop, stop. Oh, hang on, she's not telling me to stop, and there's still legs for energy, so I'll go again, and then I catch it again, then I catch it again. So I think also you need to understand with half holds, you'll do like 10 million of them. So like, oh yeah, I half holded 5 minutes ago. No, we actually have to ride. I know. We actually have to work. So you're doing half hops all the time, like in a Grand Prix test. Oh my god, my life is a million half hops. But it's the only way, because I need to create all this energy to get my ones, to get my half pass, to get my piaffe, to get my passage. I'm just need energy. But obviously, if I just create energy, I'm not going to get any of the movements because you'll be running. So I'm like, create heaps of energy, contain the energy, create heaps of energy, contain the energy. And just doing that so much and so quickly without anyone hopefully knowing what I'm doing, and with it all looking harmonious and smooth. That's the point. I know, you guys are just like, huh? I would be the same. Totally. Just trust me. just start going, okay, let me play with these theories. Just rather than getting caught up in the detail, just go, okay, it's all about creating energy and containing the energy. How would I do that? And just make sure you're not blocking with the hands, because when you do that, then the horse starts going backwards. And if your horse is thinking backwards, your horse isn't forward, so you'll never get them round, and you'll never get them into an effective half halt, and you'll never get anything. So forward first, and then just start playing with containing that energy. Because basically you're saying, create energy, sit it back on the hind legs. Create energy, sit it back on the hind legs. And the horse comes up and up and up, and more engaged, more engaged, more engaged behind. I know you've got it. I know you've got it. It's really, really hard for me to do this in a segment, because I actually have a whole DVD and workbook on it that goes for about an hour. So I hope I've helped that much. Let me know how you go. I'm here if you need. I know it's challenging, but you guys are just rocking it. The feedback I'm getting when you guys are going, I did it, they did this, oh my god, it makes my day. I love it. So keep going. I'm here for you, and have a really great weekend. Bye.